it's Jill here, and I wanted to share my Halloween cards with you, as well as share a little tip with stamp indexing with you. So, what I'm doing is I have been finishing up indexing my stamps. So, I have unmounted stamps. Almost my entire collection is unmounted, and I keep them in. You're gonna get a glare, but I have these containers. They're clear file containers. You're not gonna totally be able to see them. But they are clear with handles, and I get them from Target. They're just under $8, and they're in the filing section, and they're meant to hold file folders. Well, they hold the 8.5 by 11 easy mount sheets, and they're meant to go in the books, but I don't put them in the books. They're a plastic, and I really like this system, and I've lined them up on my cabinets, and then I just pull my stamps out as I need them. I've indexed them in a big notebook and categorized them by folder or book container, and then those containers are in the systems that I've had. Like I have many collage containers. I have Christmas, Valentine's Day, that way. So anyway, and everything's on Easy Mount from used to be Sunday International, now it's Crafter's Companion. And then of course I have my clear stamps, and I have all of those in the fridge bins right now. And I have been working on indexing those. And previously I had just copied the stamp itself, and they look crappy. I mean, there's really no other way to put it. These are the Inkadinkado ones, and I really dislike how that looks. So I wanted to change that. So today I started with my Halloween ones, and I sat down and started stamping them. Well, I decided to go through my Halloween stamps, and I have tried a lot of different cardstock. Several people online have shown that they like the Joann's brand Great White premium cardstock for their Copic coloring. I use Spectrum Noirs. I have a full set of them, and I love how they perform, and I've started getting the brush tips, and I really love the brush tips. So I've used it with them, and I like it, but the paper's a little thin, and so it bleeds. So I have a whole pack of it, so I'm using that for my indexing. So I started stamping them, and I stamped out every stamp, and I said to myself, there's got to be an easier way than pulling every stamp off, stamping each one where it goes, putting it back on after cleaning it. And I had my Delusions, it's hard to see, mount out. It's a long one, and it's actually the size of the stamps themselves. And then it dawned on me, put all of the stamps on there at one time, so that's what I did. And then I was like, duh, you can actually just take it on there and stick it on. So I got out my huge collection of washi tape, and this is my washi tape collection, and actually 3 of them are cheats because they're the dollar store, which really isn't washi tape. And this one Sarah sent me. This one I got in a grab bag, and then this one I had to have because it has bats on it. Somebody sent me that, I think, but my memory's really bad. So anyway, so I got these out, and I just taped it to this Delusion mount, and I love this mount, and I got it in the clearance section at Joann's for I think $3. I wish I'd picked up a few more to share with my friends. So I inked it up with my favorite, which is the Ranger Archival ink in jet black, and I stamped it. No, it didn't give a perfect image, but that was probably my stamping. And I'm doing 3 to a page, and then I put them in a notebook. So this way, all I have to do is I take a towel and wipe them off, unstick it, and put it back, the back on it, and there I go. And this cool alphabet, Carla picked up for me. Believe it or not, it's a 2-sheet alphabet. She got it for me. It was $1 at her dollar store, I think the Mighty Dollar. And look at the W, it's a bat. And I love bats. Okay, so that was my ramble about that. So I was so happy to come up with that system. Okay, so I made 2 different Halloween cards, similar yet different. So I'm going to go through them quickly. I use my Stampendous Kiddo stamps. This one, Sharon, who is SM Scrapper, got for me, I think it was 2 Halloweens ago. It went on clearance, and so she picked it up for me. She doesn't celebrate Halloween, but she saw it and thought of me. And I don't know their names again because they're unmounted. So I just colored this one, and hold on. So sorry. I have, and I know my camera's crappy, so it's hard to come across, but I have taken the skin and hair color class from Elise, who is Kit and Clowder, and that's KITAND CLOWDER, not Chowder, Clowder, which I think is a group of geese or ducks and cats. Anyway, or kittens. She is amazing, and she's here on YouTube, and she also has a group. The class is a little expensive, but when you see what is in the class and her videos and the extensiveness, she looks at your work, she critiques it, she gives you pointers. She's very constructive in her criticism, not mean or nasty. She makes you feel good. Anyway, and I filmed that my face coloring really looks a ton different. I'm still working on the hair. I haven't done much with the hair, and smaller images are harder. So I'm still working on it. But the face coloring I feel I've mastered. Anyway, I'd recommend her classes. So anyway, there's the image I colored, and then I just paper pieced with my scraps. So paper piecing, and this again was some paper that Sharon, who's SM Scrapper, sent. I colored the cat. I wanted a black cat, but yet it wasn't really feasible, so I went with a gray cat. Added a little bit of texture. I used some chalkboard paper, some brads from Something Wicked This Way, My Mind's Eye from last year. Same with these. This was some bling recollections. This was the paper that Sharon sent me. This was the recollections ribbon. I used some black stickles on this, some twine, and again another stray piece of bling, and some little blings on this candy. Oh, and I glittered her shoes, and I crackle accented the little watch. So I really like how that turned out, and this is actually on one of those DIY shop chalkboard envelopes, and I covered, these were bright white, so I covered them. I was going to replace these, but I didn't. So I just put some little punch outs of some scraps, and I silver edged it. I stamped this with my StazOn silver metallic ink. That's an old Hero Arts Porter stamp. And I sent a few of these to some of my crafty friends, and I put a few little goodies in them. And this one is just a regular card. This was for my friends and family that are not stampers. And I did this one pretty similar. I used some scrap papers. I'm really on the scrap paper kick, by the way. And so I joined them in the middle, and then I used what was left over of the chalkboard paper, some more scraps. And you can see this is like the Rockstar stack. This was the Recollection stack. This was the Basic Ray Erie stack. And then again the paper piecing. I colored her feet, pants, and legs. I paper pieced the pumpkin, clothing, bat wings, hair, and hat. I used some gel markers, or pens, sorry, and I did that here too. And on her hair, I paper pieced it, and I used my Wink Estella. I did a double coat. And then the same thing with this. I used some paper scraps and my Stampin' Up! Punch that I got as a celebration freebie. But this is available in their catalog. And then I stamped those with my archival ink with some Inkadinkado stamps that I was cataloging, and the Baker's Twin. And then I just made a little corner punch with my Stampin' Up! Corner punch. I just cut it down and added some stickles. These were some little candy pieces that Sharon sent me. And I forgot to mention the Trick or Treat is a Stampin' Up! Punch. And the Trick or Treat is from one of my Stampendous Inkadinkado clear stamp sets. And that same silver stays on ink. Again, the face was colored using the Kitten Clouder technique, Elise's, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Next I'm going to take her clothing class, and she's coming out with an animal class, which I'm really excited about. So, that's my Halloween cards. I do plan to make a few more, because indexing these stamps made me want to use them. So, there you have it. And I think that's everything I wanted to show. I'm still trying to make up my mind on what I'm going to do about a camera. I know I need to upgrade. So, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Please, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. I've really been enjoying the comments you guys have been leaving me. Oh, that's what I wanted to mention. The winner of the Silver Fairy stamp, Scrapalicious Leo, has not replied to my comment. So, I have all the other people in here, and we're going to go with a new winner. So, let's hope that somebody wants that stamp, and that somebody is... Oh, speaking of Carla, Smarty Pants Kids, Carla. So, Carla, I have your address. I will send you a message, and hopefully you want that stamp. I would think that you would. And so I will get that out to you. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.